All right, I'm going to walk you through kind of the purpose and show you the formatting for how we are going to use engineering notebooks in class. And so make sure you secure the example into the first page of your engineering notebook. And up here on the title line, I'm going to go ahead and title this engineering notebook formatting. All right, the next thing that you're going to do every entry in your engineering notebook is going to start with a date. And so I'm going to go ahead and write the date here. And then we're going to give the entry a title. And so in this case, our entry title is going to be what it is we're putting in our engineering notebook. And so in this case, it's an engineering notebook example. When I have that title in there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a box around that title. And so the reason that we're always going to box our entry title in our engineering notebook is so that we know when something new is starting. And that's just the formatting that we'll use for class. So in class, this notebook will serve as your place to put everything that we do. And so if we have an assignment or an example, or we're working on a project in class, you'll put everything for that project or example or assignment right here in your notebook. So a few things that I want to talk about on the example here that we have. An engineering notebook is always going to be a bound book, and so that's what we have. Again, on the title line, it's telling us that we want to add a meaningful design title. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line through that. And in this class, on the title line, we are always going to put the unit that we're setting. So I'm going to write in there that we will put a unit title. All right. It goes on to tell us that an engineering notebook always has sequentially numbered pages. You can create sketches in here and make sure you annotate those. And so an annotated sketch gives extra meaning. And so this is telling us that this little part right here that they designed transitions from max to minimum. So they're giving us an annotation for that. Anytime we make a mistake in the engineering notebook, we can simply draw a line through that and initial it. Mistakes will happen. An engineering notebook is meant to be a messy place where all of your work goes, and all of your work isn't going to be perfect at first. So if you make a mistake, just draw a line through it and you can initial it. Anytime that we're going to attach external items like we did here, we can use tape to do that, or in our case, you can glue it in with a glue stick. If you have extra space when you're finished with the page, all you need to do is draw a line through it or put an X through it. That way, information can't be added after the fact. We'll go over to this side here. Here they have a calculation, and the important thing about the calculation is that they clearly labeled the figures. And so they're telling us that in this case, cycles equals revolutions divided by time. And so they didn't just put the numbers in here, they put what the variables stand for. And so in this case, revolutions and time. That way it's very clear if someone else picked up your notebook that they could see and figure out what you were calculating. The last part we'll look at is the bottom line. It says that the designer signs and dates the line. If you have team members, you add their names here. And then if it's continued from a previous page, you can put that. In our case, for our engineering notebook, I'll just have you guys sign the signature line. And so you'll go ahead and sign that and then date that when that page is finished. Again, for our class, I'm not going to require that you have team members sign it or a witness sign it. For what we're doing in class, it'll be fine if you just sign and date that. So that's the basics of how to set up and utilize your engineering notebook.